Good evening, everyone. We welcome you all for today's Friday forum, and I request Amruta Madam to introduce our today's speaker, and then hand over mic to the Ajmera sir. Amruta Madam, please.
Good evening, everyone. Today, it's a great honor for me to introduce our today's guest speaker, Dr. Butalal Ajmera sir. Dr. Butalal Ajmera sir is serving as an associate professor with the Department of Commerce at MK Bhavnagar University, Bhavnagar. Earlier, he worked as an assistant professor with Department of Business Administration MBA program at MK Bhavnagar University. He has done his PhD degree in the area of accounting and finance. He has also cleared his UGC NET and GSET examination. He has total teaching experience of 19 years at UG and PG level. He has authorized and co-authorized 30 research papers in reputed journals and presented papers in national and international conferences. Butalal sir has also delivered lectures in refresher course in Academic Staff College, Saurashtra University, Rajkot. He has chaired technical sessions in 2 international conferences and 3 national conferences. He is also a recognized PhD guide in MK Bhavnagar University. 6 research scholars are pursuing PhD under him. Has also produced 2 PhD scholars and 17 MPhil research scholars. He is a member of Board of Postgraduate Teaching and Research in MK Bhavnagar University. He is also member in Faculty of Commerce and Accountancy Board in MK Bhavnagar University. Member in Financial Board and Banking Board in Saurashtra University, Rajkot. Also worked as Nodal Office for Scholarship in MK Bhavnagar University. He has also worked as Chief Coordinator for the Compilation Center of Examination in MK Bhavnagar University. He is a life member of All India Accounting Association, also a member of selection committees of the universities. I welcome you, sir, on behalf of ISTD Anand family. And now I hand over the platform to Butalal sir to start the session. Thank you. I hope you all enjoy the session.
Hello, am I audible, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it is a matter of privilege for me that I have been given chance to speak on such a reputed platform. One day I was watching my WhatsApp. I was reading some message. All of a sudden, I received a message. In that message, I was offered that, Butalal sir, do you want to take lecture or sessions? I say yes, because during the Corona and COVID-19 period, we are eager to teach because classroom teaching was not there. So therefore, we are used to teach online. So I thought that now examination is going on. Let's have some discussion or discourse on some of the very important things. So today I am going to speak on Ratan Tata and the dispute that was of Cyrus Mistry. So Ratan Tata, the great business empire in India, and he has removed Cyrus Mistry. And the removal of Cyrus Mistry has created a problem in capital market. Some of the institutional investors are not happy with the Tata companies. So therefore, problem is existing there. So title which I have kept is the Mystery of Mistry. It was mystery. The thing is not known to anybody. All the peoples are gossiping, or all the peoples are coming out with a different kind of fact, but the reality isn't known. So I have found out some of the reason, and because of that reason, because of that thing, the Cyrus Mistry was removed. He was removed in 24th October 2016. So in 2016, he was debarred. He was said Tata bye bye by the Tata company. After the removal of Cyrus Mistry, was the CEO of the Tata Group, Tata Sons. The Ratan Tata, who was earlier CEO of that group, again given the interim chairmanship. We can say it's the biggest private business group, the more than 100 companies being operated by this group, and more than 6 continents. The company has the branch. So the company is spread across the 6 continents. So you can see the importance or significance of the company, particularly for economy, for stakeholders, and for other companies or business firm which are being operated in the same industry. Let us have let us see the brief history about the Tata Group. The Tata Group was created by Jamshedji Nusurwanji Tata, the founder member, the first member who founded the company. The, the company was a great company. In 1858, Jamshedji Tata, who was studying somewhere, he came back in India and joined the company, joined his father's business. He was visionary. Jamshedji Tata was visionary. He was keen interested in business, so he expanded his father's business. He has opened branches or factories in many other countries like Japan, China, Europe, and the USA. Even in India, he has also set up the many enterprise, particularly those which are related with the cotton manufacturing mills. I would like to highlight one thing about the Jamshedji, that he was the first person who was the keen interested in the power sector. So he started Tata Power Companies, and later on there was dispute regarding Tata Power and Welspun companies, and that was the one of the reason why the Cyrus Mistry was removed. So later on, I would like to speak on that also. The only company in India which has created smart city. Government is talking about a smart city. 100 smart cities are to be created, right? But the Tata company, the Tata Steel, the plant which was established in 1901 in Jamshedpur. The entire city is now known as Tata Nagar. So, in the name of company, the city is known. The company is doing fantastic. Company has created all types of facilities in the Tata Nagar. They have built the school, hospitals, and other facilities which are required for the which are required by the common peoples. I am always having the pride when I talk about the Ratan Tata. He was the first person who has listed Tata Motors in American Stock Exchange, right? So to get listing status in American Stock Exchange is difficult, but he was very eager, he was enthusiastic, and he got it, and he has done it. So in 1998, he has started the manufacturing of car. The first Indian manufactured car, indigenous car, Tata Indica. which was well-known car, and those who are middle class family, they used to purchase the car, fuel efficient car. Then after Ratan Tata had the dream to serve the common people, to serve the poor people or middle class people. So for middle class people, he has started manufacturing Tata Nano. However, the Tata Nano was not a successful model, successful car because of some technical problems. But it was his dream to manufacture a small car and with the lowest price or lower price, cheapest price, you can say. Uh, then another important companies of Tata Group is TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. When people of India were not knowing about computer, people did not have any knowledge about technology and computer, right? At that point of time, the TCS was started in 1968. The company was started, so we can see or we can know his vision for doing business. Let us talk about the governance structure, how the companies, Tata Sons or Tata Group companies are governed or managed. Uh, the family member of the Tata Group or a Tata family is de facto chairman. By default, they can become the chairman. Tata Group has 66% stake in the Tata, uh, all the companies of Tata. And the remaining stake is held by the another family. They are relative to the Tata Group. The Tata Sons is a trust. Tata Son is trust. So all the companies of Tata are managed by the trust. And the trust are divided into three parts. Dorabji Trust, Ratan Tata Trust, and another educational trust. So three major trusts, and they are having majority of the holdings, more than 60%. Ratan Tata is also having holdings. He has 0.998% stake in the 0.98 stake in the Tata Group companies. Now, what is the income of Tata Sons or Tata Groups? How they earn the money? So there are two sources of earning. One is dividend. So they earn dividend from the different companies because they have holdings in the companies. Another, they are earning through the brand. They are receiving royalties because all the companies of Tata Group are using the Tata brand. So brand is kind of things through which they are earning from the companies. So for brand, the different companies are paying to the Tata Sons or the Tata Trust. When we talk about the ethical practice, the Tata Group is most ethical companies in India. Corporate governance is concerned, it is following all the norms of corporate governance, very transparent corporate governance, and there is no any dispute or there is no any agency problem as far as the governance is concerned. So these are the governance structure. Majority of the stake are held by the Tata Sons. Cyrus Mistry. Ratan Tata has no child. He was childless. So he was worried that what to do, who will manage the companies, because the company, more than 100 companies are there. So he decided to recruit a CEO for the company. They have selected Cyrus Mistry, very capable, educated, visionary person, right? He is civil engineer and master degree, master of science in management from London Business School, and he was also awarded best alumni of the London Business School. in the history of Tata companies, the 143 years legacy the company is enjoying. The second time it happened that the non-Tata family has been given the chairmanship. When Cyrus Mistry was recruited, his age was 44 years. His father, the Cyrus Mistry's father, is also relative to the Ratan Tata, and he is also having the stake holding in the Tata Group. Single largest shareholders, more than 18% stake they are having in Tata Group. So Cyrus Mistry is also relative, right, to the Tata families. When we talk about Cyrus Mistry is having concern for the poor people, he purchased or acquired land in Ethiopia, and he has also done very good thing for the poor people in Ethiopia. So it's a good thing that he has kind of concern or sympathy for the poor people. He is also one of the trustees in the one of the best and famous hospital in Mumbai, Beach Candy Hospital. So he's also in the trust of that hospital. He's also one of the governing. He's one of the member in governing body in Imperial College in India. He was appointed. Generally, when CEO is appointed, he has been interviewed, or selection committee select the CEO, and the selection committee comprises of experts person, experience in expert persons. So when he was recruited or appointed, initially he was appointed as a deputy chairperson of Tata Sons. When Ratan Tata retired in 2012, December 2012, then after that period, he was given full-time position. So he was the sixth full-time chairman of the Tata Group. Selection committee is concerned. They were expert in the selection committee. They have taken interviews. They have gone through the different aspect of the Cyrus Mistry, and then after he was selected, Cyrus Mistry was selected. So Ratan Tata was one of the member in the selection committee. Then another expert, well-known person, experts, and he has been independent director in many companies. Kumar Bhattacharya, he was also the one of the member. So they have selected Cyrus Mistry, and Cyrus Mistry, the son of Sapurji Palonji Mistry. Sapurji Palonji Mistry, and the this family is also having holding of 18.4% in Tata Group. So more than 18% stake is with the Cyrus Mistry or father of Cyrus Mistry, and 66% stake is with the Tata family. Now, when he was appointed, everybody appreciated. All were praising. All were praising him. Bhattacharya, who was one of the member in selection committee, said that bright and selfless, and it was also pressed out in Economics Times in 2016. Ratan Tata himself appreciated him and said that he is intelligent and qualified to take the responsibility as a chairman. Ratan Tata said he is intelligent and qualified. Then after he himself removed Cyrus Mistry, but he appreciated his qualification and his achievement and his vision. He was removed unceremoniously. It was very bad thing. 24th October 2016 was a bad day for the Cyrus Mistry. The important thing is that whenever any CEO is removed or board of director remove any CEOs, the CEO is well informed in advance, right? But here the CEO Cyrus Mistry was not informed in advance. Without informing Cyrus Mistry, he was removed. He was sacked. So here the so-called notice was not served. A notice was not given in advance. So it was a bad thing that has happened in the Tata Group. Now, if why the Cyrus Mistry was removed? So I was teaching finance, and I was reading some financial matters uh, regarding the company. So I found that during the tenure of Cyrus Mistry, the revenue increased. When Ratan Tata was there, it was 50 billion rupees. But when Cyrus Mistry took over, it was 80 billion rupees. So the increase was of 30 billion rupees. So he should not be removed, right? Second thing that Tata Sons claimed that TCS, Jaguar, Land Rover, these are the premium brands of Tata Group, right? They are contributing in the profit. Now, Ratan Tata said that Cyrus Mistry has done nothing. Profit increase. Why profit is increase? Because of these TCS, Jaguar, and Land Rover brand. So Cyrus Mistry has not done anything. Am I audible, please? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
yes.
Yes. Now, so we can say that revenue is increased during the tenure of Cyrus Mistry. Revenue is increased, but return on capital employed is decreased. When Ratan Tata was chairman, the ROC was 6.68%. But after his retirement, when Cyrus Mistry took over, it was 1.98%. So drastically, it has gone down. So that was a problematic point. Second thing, the major income of Tata Group is dividend. But during the tenure of Cyrus Mistry, the income of dividend has gone down. It was decreased. Earlier, it was 31.20% dividend, but during the tenure of Cyrus Mistry, it was only 10.62%. So the income of dividend, the major source of income for the Tata Group is decreased, and that was the red mark for the Cyrus Mistry. This is the financial matters. This table shows the financial gamut during the tenure of Ratan Tata and Cyrus Mistry. So we can see that dividend is in minus. So that is a very bad thing for Cyrus Mistry. Now, what was the problem? Actually, what was the problem between the Ratan Tata and Cyrus Mistry? So I have tried I have tried the reason. The reason number one is that Ratan Tata is a kind of person who has vision and who is also ego developed. So without asking Ratan Tata, you can't do anything. But here, Cyrus Mistry, being a CEO, he has removed 3 CEOs without asking Ratan Tata. He should have asked Ratan Tata, but he did not do that thing. And he removed the 3 CEOs, Indian Hotel Group, the biggest group in India, Tata Motors, and the Tata Steel. These 3 are the famous company of Tata Group. And the CEO of these 3 companies, were removed without informing Ratan Tata. So it was a very bad thing. And Ratan Tata did not feel well about this decision. He was annoyed. He was angry because he was not informed. So without his prior consent, without his prior permission, he removed uh, 3 CEOs of 3 great companies of Tata Group. So this was the first reason why the Cyrus Mistry was removed. Second thing that Tata company has Tata Telecommunication company, and which has tie-up with the Japanese company Docomo. So Docomo was great brand, famous brand in the field of telecommunications. Cyrus Mistry has done agreement with the Japanese company, and some of the conditions of the agreements were not up to the mark. Cyrus Mistry did not read all conditions and agreement terms properly, and he did that contract. And because of that, Tata Group uh, had to bear loss. So this decision was not welcomed by the Ratan Tata. So this is the another reason that there is a dispute regarding the negotiation Tata Docomo and Tata Telecommunication companies. Ratan Tata has a dream to serve the poor people or middle class people. As we know that once the Ratan Tata was going in the car, and beside his car, a scooter was going. On that scooter, a family was there. There were 3 persons, husband and wife, and the child was sandwiched between husband and wife. And there was rainy season. So Ratan Tata said that, and he said he decided that I want to manufacture a car for these types of people. So he decided to purchase small car, and the car was named as Nano car, right? Tata Nano. So it was a dream of Ratan Tata. But here what happens? His dream was not fulfilled. Cyrus Mistry shut down this company, and that too without informing Ratan Tata. When Ratan Tata asked explanation that why did you shut down this company? Why did you stop this company? Why did you close this company? Then Cyrus Mistry said that this company is not, the customers are not, there is no demand of the product in the market. Customers started rejecting Tata Nano because of some of the reasons that I will tell you later on. And so, because of the low demand, decreased demand, we can't utilize the 100% production capacity. We could utilize only 15% production capacity, only 15%. So we can't cover the fixed cost. Our contribution is minus. So what do we do? So therefore, he closed Tata Nano companies, and this decision was not in favor of the Ratan Tata. So he decided. So he was again not felt well about that decision. Now Ratan Tata has the famous statement: "Promise is a promise. The standard dealer version will cost only 1 lakh rupees." So the cost of car is 1 lakh rupees. It was introduced in 2008. But some of the technical reason, there was there were some of the car which caught fire and got burnt. So therefore people who were lined up or who were demanding Tata Nano, the same people started rejecting the Tata Nano model. So this was the third reason. Fourth reason, in earlier days, in 1932, GRD Tata started airlines, right, to serve the people of India. Later on, this airlines was purchased by government of India, and this airlines is known as Indian Airlines. Nowadays, Indian Airlines is facing problems. It has loss, right? So there is no profit. Again, the company is not covering the fixed cost, and there are buyers of government enterprise, right? Railway, the people are in line to buy the railway. Even there are other government enterprise or companies you can sell or government can sell. There are buyers. The only one company of India, that is Indian Airlines, till date no buyers are there, right? They have offered to Adani, but they are not ready to buy the Indian Airlines, right? So that was one thing. The another aspect is that later on in 2015, Tata Group started another airlines, which is known as Vistara Airlines, right, in 2015. Again, because of these customer are not demanding their airlines, petrol price very high, so that company has some loss. So to compensate the loss, The company needed some money. Cyrus Mistry denied. Cyrus Mistry was reluctant, disagreed to give more money to that company. And therefore, this company was not successful in the market. And therefore, Ratan Tata was angry with the Cyrus Mistry. As I have talked to you that Docomo, right, is a brand of the Tata Group, and it was there was tie-up between the Indian company and Japan company. Dissatisfaction with how Mistry handled the Docomo negotiation with the Japanese partner in the telecom business was the final nail in the coffin, right? And then Ratan Tata said to Cyrus Mistry, the very harsh word, "Be your own man." This is not a a respectable kind of things, or these words shows the dissatisfaction of the Ratan Tata. It is believed that Mistry has destroyed the core value that the group has created. So core value, the company has some values, brand, and Ratan Tata believed that the Cyrus Mistry has damaged, destroyed the brand or core value of the Tata Group. Merger and acquisition is a fashion in Indian economy, right? So therefore, Tata Power, one of the companies of the Tata Group, has decided to have the tie-up or to acquire the well-spun companies, which are also the famous companies. But Cyrus Mistry acquired well-spun companies. That too, again, as I have said, that without having permission from the Ratan Tata. So whenever Ratan Tata is not approached, whenever Ratan Tata is not asked, obviously he is the founder member and he has a pride for his companies. So therefore this was the last reason that he was removed from the chairmanship. Now, when Mistry was removed, he was unhappy. He was not, comfortable. Then reporter asked him that why you are removed from the chairmanship. Then he has given some argument. He said that before my removal, my salary was increased, and nomination and remuneration committee appreciated my efforts, appreciated my performance. Right? The committee appreciated, despite that I was removed. That was one thing. Second, when he was appointed, he said that I was assured that I would be given free hand. Right? I can take decision. I will not be interfered. I will not be disturbed by the Tata family. Right? These were the words of Cyrus Mistry. Then third thing, that after my appointment, the article of association were modified. When article of association were modified, it means that intervention of Tata family started because of the modification of article of association. And then the famous word, Mistry said, my situation is lame duck chairman. Just I am a chairman without power. I have responsibility, but I am not having any power. And I am influenced by the Ratan Tata. So Ratan Tata's always having influence, effect or impact on the decision-making process. He was outside, he was not in the company, he was not chairman. Despite that, he was impacting or affecting to the decision-making process. So therefore he said that my situation is lame duck chairman. As we have a Mahabharata war between Kaurava and Pandava, right? So similar types of war are being fought in the corporate world. So it is called corporate Mahabharata. Now let us see some of the important things about the corporate Mahabharata, corporate battles, right? And how it was started. When Cyrus Mistry was removed, there was meeting, general meetings, board meetings, right? There were 7 members. There were 7 members. Some of the members voted against the Cyrus Mistry, and some of the members voted in favor of the Cyrus Mistry. There were CEOs of the some of the companies. Now, Indian Hotel, the CEO of Indian Hotels, supported Cyrus Mistry. Right then, Tata Chemicals, so the company Tata Chemicals CEO supported that company, but Tata Motors and Tata Steel company's CEO refused. They were against the. They voted against the. Cyrus Mistry. When Cyrus Mistry was removed, there was agitations. There was chaotic situation in the capital market because it is a great group, right? And it has an impact on the capital market. And the value of the Tata Group, capitalization value, market capitalization value of the Tata Group is more than the value of the market value of the stock exchange of Karachi, right? So entire Karachi stock exchange market value, there are 1,000 companies are listed in Karachi stock exchange, right? The total of that, all companies market capitalization, and the total of the Tata Group's companies market capitalization, more than that companies, right? So therefore, there was chaotic situation. So those investors who have invested in the Tata companies, they were unhappy. They came on the roads. They showed resentment. They were disagreed, right? LIC was having major stake. So the executive of LIC did not like that decisions. There are other institutional investors who have also shown agitations against this decision. When I studied the entire case, then I concluded that because of the loopholes in governance practice, it has happened, right? So I have found out some of the loopholes. Just then after I'll finish that. One of the loopholes, one of the things that happened, that family dynamics. The Tata Group is family managed group. Family members are dominant, and their decisions are impacted, or they are taking decision for the companies. So here what happens, Ratan Tata has no children. So therefore, Cyrus Mistry is appointed. And second interesting thing is that Noel Tata is the half brother of the Ratan Tata. So you can say that father is same, but mother is different, right? And the Noel Tata's sister's son is Cyrus Mistry. So he's relative to the Tata families. Now, family dynamics strongly influence the governance of family managed business. Cyrus Mistry has the management knowledge, the experts, he has professional knowledge, technical knowledge regarding the business, but Ratan Tata or Tata family never give him a chance to manage company without any kind of permission, or he has not given freedom to do his business. Another thing I found, that promoters need for control. Ratan Tata is always believing that I am always doing good for company and others are not doing good for my companies. He has fear that my legacy is damaged, my legacy is sabotaged, or other CEOs who are non-Tata CEOs, they are not doing well for my companies, right? So your promoters need for control. Therefore, frequently he started intervening into the company. So he should not have intervened. He should not have fallen into the company, but he came forward and started taking decision instead of supporting Cyrus Mistry. Group overshadowing companies. that is another thing. When we have a group, we have many companies under one banner, then such types of situation always happens. When these types of situation uh, arises, then it creates the problem to stakeholders, employees, and even family members also. The same thing happened in that, right? He was enthusiastic. Cyrus Mistry was enthusiastic. He wanted to do something for Tata companies. He want to show his good performance. He want to convey the message that I am doing good for the companies, right? And in his enthusiastic approach, he has purchased well-spun companies. But as I have said that purchase of that company is not good for the Ratan Tata. So he has to pay price for that. Dependence on a group. It was another things that I have found. Ratan Tata is always believing that, or always believe that the company earns money because of the brand value or core value that we have created. Cyrus Mistry was making hard efforts, was doing fantastic job. But Ratan Tata believe that he has done nothing for my company. Whatever earning happens is because of the brand value that I have created, right? And he has always fear that somebody is there who is damaging my brand value. So he has always fear. So regarding that matter. So that was also one of the reason why the Cyrus Mistry removed, and the brand of the Ratan Tata is also not. I mean, it has gone down in the market. Risk of insider trading. I have given the famous picture of Rajat Gupta. He said that the famous saying of Rajat Gupta of insider trading, that when company's information is leaked, or somebody take the company's information secretly, or somebody disclose company's important information, then what happens? It is impacted in stock market, or those who have confidential or secret information of the companies, they earn the superior return than the average return that the other investors are earnings. So those investors who have secret information, they can earn superior return. So here Ratan Tata believe that the Cyrus Mistry is disclosing secret information. He's giving secret information of the company to the stakeholders. So he's benefiting to stakeholders. Here everybody knows insider trading, right? And Rajat Gupta's example is well known in corporate world. He said that for my 5-second mistakes, I have ruined my career. So that is also the great case of the insider tradings. Another thing is that is happening, that Ratan Tata believe that Cyrus Mistry is secretly helping his company. So Cyrus Mistry has some of the companies, right? Beside, he was chairman in the Tata Group. He is also having 2 or 3 companies. So whenever as a chairman, he was dealing with some of the parties, he's always benefiting to his company. So that was not the good thing. Therefore, it is also the bad thing for the Cyrus Mistry. Insider versus outsider. Cyrus Mistry was insider person. He knows company very well. He has detailed information about companies. And because of that detailed information, he can manage the company very well. But outsider, so when Ratan Tata got retirement, he became the outsider. But he frequently worried about companies. He said that he believed that Cyrus Mistry is not doing for company. His company's growth is not there. Now there is a problem for the survival of the companies. So he has constantly things going in his mind. So being an outsider, he should not intervene in the company. He should not go to the company. Just he should ask to the Cyrus Mistry or CEO what is happening in the companies. But he jumped into company, and the situation is after that situation was worsening. Family versus company. When we talk about family, emotion is there, sentiments are there. So as a family member, when we manage the company, our vision is different, our management style is different, our approach is different. But when outsider CEO is recruited, he is managing company without any partiality. He can use professional knowledge, he can use his expertise knowledge to manage the company. Here what happens, being family member, he has to balance the interest of family as well as the interest of stakeholders or the interest of companies. Now Ratan Tata believed that because of this Cyrus Mistry agency problem happens, there was conflict among these stakeholders. That should not have happened, but that was happened. So family versus companies. So Ratan Tata is always concerned for family as well as concerned for companies. But here Cyrus Mistry was concerned for his company and his family. He was least concerned with the companies, Tata groups. The planning. I was hearing a speech of Ratan Tata that why he is unmarried, why he did not get married. He fall in love with one of the foreigners, but somehow he could not get married. That was the another story. That story different. But here what happens? Ratan Tata has to make some planning for the management of the companies. uh, we have a planning in kingdom, right? When prince was growing, he is trained properly, he is given all types of training, so that when prince is grown, fully grown, he can manage the kingdom very well, he can become very good king, right? But here Ratan Tata did not have such types of planning. Otherwise what happens, his son would have been the great industrialist, great emperor as far as the business is concerned. But here he remained unmarried, so there was no next line to manage the business. Therefore he has to depend on other person, right? And therefore these types of things has happened. I have attended many conferences regarding the corporate governance. Everybody talk about the independent directors roles. Independent directors are giving independent judgment. They are not being influenced. They are not being impacted. Nobody can affect them, right? They are impartial. But here in Ratan Tata case, what happens? Independent directors did not remain independent. They were influenced by the Ratan Tata, and all the independent directors who have to remain independent, but they voted in favor of the Ratan Tata and voted against the Cyrus Mistry, and therefore Cyrus Mistry's removal was confirmed. Stakeholders are also playing important role in the development of the companies, but stakeholders are scattered in nature, so they cannot come together at a time. So therefore they have not played an appropriate role. They have not assembled at one place and supported the companies. So inactive role of the investors, particularly those investors who have invested big amount in the company, they are not the institutional investors. As a institutions, as a group, they have invested. They remain inactive. They did not show any interest in companies management, companies affairs, and therefore such types of bad thing happen in the Tata company. There is a process in the board of governance, or you can say it is called a board structure, right? Some rules are there, regulations are there, and everybody, directors, independent directors, CEO, or even management, non-executive directors, all the people have to follow the rules and regulations. First they have to make the agenda, right? And agenda are sent to the respective party in advance, right? Then after meeting is held and the thing is being discussed in the meeting. But when the Cyrus Mistry was removed, no agenda was prepared. Without agenda, he was removed from the board of the board of meeting or from the board of governance. So here that process is not followed. Rules and regulations were not followed. So that is also not up to, and therefore it is said that removal of mystery is mystery. And in last, I can say that the whole episode has impacted the 148 years old conglomerate's image in the eye of its stakeholders and its reputation as a good corporate citizens. Some of the WhatsApp messages were also there. Tata company is known as a good corporate citizen, right? And some messages were also there because of that decisions, right? What happened to Cyrus is a mystery. All that we know is Tata said Tata. Ratan Tata said Tata, right? So mystery behind removal of Tata chairman is a Cyrus matter. Sorry, just serious matter, not Cyrus matter, but they want to say serious matter. So all this kind of thing is there. Last, the removal of mystery from the group is still mystifying things. So thank you very much for listening my lecture about the removal of mystery from the chairmanship, and I have briefed about the Tata group and all this. So thank you very much to all of you. It's a matter of privilege for me that today I spoke before my very good friend and towering personality in the field of academic. Kamini Ben Shah is there, Dalwadi sir is there, Raju sir is there, Purohit sir is there. All these are the towering personality in the field of accounting and finance. So it was a matter of privilege for me that whatever I have prepared, whatever I have studied about the Cyrus Mystery and Tata Group, I have thrown before you, right? So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful session. We request participants to clear the
Yes,
doubts,
they
or
can
you
ask
can share
questions.
your feedback as well. Thank you.
Yes, yes, sir.
Very good discussion, Ajmera sir.
Ji, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I read about this case in Vikalp. I am
I have
journal.
prepared the case from that also. Yeah. I
Yes,
have
yes,
prepared the
sir.
case from that
Hmm.
Vikalpa journal.
Yes, yes, sir. Very nice analysis. Case analysis is given January to June 2020. I think
Yes, sir.
Vikalp.
Yes.
Most probably. Yeah. Yes. You have, but very well covered everything in such a short time.
Yes, yes.
Because otherwise there are two articles. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, madam.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Vikalpa journal is one of the reputed journal which
Yes,
is
it's a
published from
Sage
IIM Ahmedabad.
publication. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, Sage publication. IIM and Sage
It was
publication.
earlier it was published from IIM. Then
Yes,
after it
yes,
was
sir.
acquired by the Sage
Yes, that
publication.
time it was open access. Now you
Yes.
need that Sage
Yeah, yeah,
permission.
right, madam. Yeah, right, madam. Yes.
So Butalal sir, you have nicely explained the nitty-gritty of the Cyrus Mystery and Tata Group.
Yes.
Really enjoyed your presentation and very,
Thank you.
very informative. And I have put it on a many groups, and so many commerce students has joined. So such example they can give whenever corporate governance has come or any performance crisis has come. So that can be discussed in the classroom. So we can use this in a classroom also. So in that way also, this is
Yes.
beneficial.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much for your
Yes.
time to the
Thank you, sir.
ISTD.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay. So
Any
should I
other
leave there?
participants want to?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Any other want to say something or want to ask or any want to discuss or deliberate? So we can. So if you can send this PPT, if you are not,
Yes. Yes, sir. I'll be
it will,
sending. I'll be
yeah.
sending.
Yeah,
So
I will
very
close the
useful to all.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
that will make it easier. Yeah, let me put it this way. You made a very good analysis about the whole episode as far as Mr. Mistry is concerned and Mr. Ratan Tata is concerned. But there is one particular perspective which possibly one has to understand. Whether he was insider or outsider is an issue which can really be debated, because all said and done, though he was perhaps an outsider, he was.
Yes, sir.
But your audio is not clear. I think there is network issue there.
Yes.
Yes, sir. So, I think we should end the session.
Okay. Thank you.
If,
Yes,
if
sir.
anybody want to say something.
Okay, we can conclude.
And Ajmera sir, such other case can be studied of Infosys when Narayan Murthy raised his concern about
Yes.
the running of the way when he took exit and the way
Yes.
Infosys was run by his other people. I mean, he was unhappy, and he openly on a public forum he raised his concern. So that is
Of the
also
shares in the
interesting.
House of Tatas. Yeah, 18% of shares in House of Tatas. And that is exactly possibly must have happened. So he was not really taken as an outsider, but possibly one can say as an insider. Another thing, rightly pointed out, his Ratan Tata's half-brother, Noel Tata, is married to the sister of Mr. Mistry, which is there. So one has to keep that factor also in mind when possibly was taken.
Hello. Ji, sir. Ji, come in, madam. Yes.
I finished my comment, sir.
So we can conclude now because first
Ji, Dalwadi, sir.
you have. એટલે આપણે પૂરું કરી દઈએ.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
દિવ્યાંગ ભાઈ.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I was saying, but I was on mute. Yeah. So, thank you very much, Ajmera sir, for this wonderful session. And we thank you all the participants as well who joined us today. And Kamath sir, you can, because of the network issues, we are not able to hear you
No, the
clearly.
judgment
You
is,
can,
there is a judgment where the Supreme Court of India has very clearly indicated that yes, that the Tata Group is stands vindicated in terms of this. Three persons were involved in the judgment. It was one of them was Chief Justice Mr. Bobde, and there were two other people who were there in that, and that has indicated very clearly. They made a statement in that the Tata's making Cyrus chairman was perhaps a wrong decision of the lifetime. Maybe that was obiter dicta. That may not have been the ratio decidendi as far as the case was concerned. But all said and done, the Supreme Court has gone into details of that, and possibly it was argued on point of law. The point of law which was argued was the judgment where Bobde sir and Justice Bopanna and Ramasubramanyam were there. They have mentioned over there about argument, wondering how maybe the National Company Law Appellate Tribunal could have deviated from the law in order to order Mistry's reinstatement even after the expiry of tenure as far as the executive chairman was concerned. It was of course point of law, but the analysis which you have given is a very good analysis which you have made in terms of the same. And writing the judgment where they put the blame squarely at the door of Mistry and the SP group for starting the fight with the Tata Group and Ratan Tata, and said that over there in the judgment talks about it very clearly that it is an irony that the very same person who represents stakeholders owning just 10.37% of the total paid up share capital and yet identified as successor to the empire had chosen to accuse the very same board of conduct oppressive and unfairly prejudicial. I'm mentioning this thing just to put certain things on record, so that creates a completely holistic picture as far as the thing is concerned. So maybe that is the further end of the story. You can access that on the net, or look at India Kanun or such type of where the judgments are given. But point is, yes, I think you are absolutely right in the analysis. Some things here and there could be there, but I think it might, in that way, the certain mystery still remains in terms of that. And I think you have done a wonderful job in terms of putting forward the aspect as far as the case is concerned, and trying to give a very multifaceted picture as far as the whole case has been there. Excellent analysis, sir. Thank you so much.
Kamath sir,
Yeah.
if it is possible, can you put the link of this judgment if you have come across in our ISTD group?
No, I will not put in the ISTD group. I will not put in the ISTD group, which is there. You can look up on the net. You will get that. You will get the judgment is very much there. Judgment is very much there, and that after that, even Cyrus Mistry has commented on that. He has also said that yes, he was disappointed by the judgment which has been given. But all the same, I think law of the land prevails in that he expressed his judgment, his disappointment. Disappointment was that he said that although I will not be able to influence the direction of governance of the Tata Group directly, he said that the issues have been raised. I will cause more deeper reflection and influence the thought. And he added, I think that is also his magnanimity in terms of saying, so I will sleep with a clear conscience. That's what possibly he added in terms of that. When he was speaking, this was when he was speaking to CNBC for that matter. CNBC TV 18, I think he has said that part. And I am saying this with confidence for a reason, that all said and done, I have served with the group, with the Tata Group for 20 years. As such, so in that way, that's why I added that I could be an outsider, I could be an insider in terms of the same. So that is what possibly the picture is certainly there. And one point which I would like to say, so I'm not associated anymore. Quite long back, in fact, I have been not associated. 20 years I was there with one of the Tata companies. But one thing, you talked in terms of the brand value, But Ratan Tata always has maybe encouraged the brand. In fact, there is something called a BEBP agreement, brand promotion agreement. The real reason was not really contribution to the kitty of Tata Sons. It was two things. He said that all the companies who want to use that T, then they should contribute in a different way to the Tata Sons. And that is, they must adhere to the Tata Code of Conduct. 22 points are there. And the other thing which was there was that they should adhere to a business model, a business excellence model called the Tata Business Excellence Model, which is based upon the Malcolm Baldrige model of business excellence. It's a strategy model, but basically that was for not getting an award, which is known as JRD QV award. But basic idea was make the Tata companies excellent companies, which are there. Something of that type. That was the focus which was there. And Tata companies is to compete. It was based exactly on the Malcolm Baldrige model of excellence, which is existing in US, named after Malcolm Baldrige, who was the Secretary of Commerce in US. Exactly the same, more or less same principles are there. So give us excellence. And one meeting, Mr. Ratan Tata has addressed all the CEOs. He said, either be number one or be number two or get out of the business. Now, these words were copied from Jack Welch, who also addressed the people in his own organization at that time, General Electric. But it was something of that for excellence. I think that is what was. Cyrus also did a good job. I will not say no. Yes, differences might have come up. Certain things were not in the public domain. There would be much more to that, which possibly then meets the public eye and comes in the public domain. But I think in that context, yes, a good analysis has been done by the speaker. I only thought I would like to just supplement it and bring the perspective, which possibly gives a much more different type of a perspective or added value. So I think the balance has to be then seen. And let it be seen in that way. I don't know who was right, who was wrong. That's something. Judgment as far as Supreme Court is concerned, as yes, that has been very clearly given. But more than that would be in terms of understanding, yes, corporate India, we talk in terms of corporate governance in that way. I'm not going only legalistically as per the Companies Act or any other laws which are there, but I'm going from the perspective of looking at it. Yes, it is a lesson for all of us that we need to learn so many things out of such type of thing. Not just a family organization. Tatas are very much a professional organization. I can say that with confidence, having been associated with the house for a long time. And I think the ethics part, integrity part is something which becomes a part of DNA as far as every Tata manager is concerned. I think that much I can certainly say. Even today, once a Tata manager, always a Tata manager. That's what I would rather say. It is years since I have no longer been associated with the same, but still, I think those values which are there still remain. And that's what I must congratulate the speaker as well as Raju Bhai for organizing such a wonderful program in Anand. Thank you.
Thank you, Pradeep sir, for your insight, input, and feedback. We really like your way, and you have added many things to this discussion so that the speaker
Thank you.
in future also can add. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. We will be ending this meeting. Thank you. Thank you.